Welcome to the LuisaViaRoma talk on the importance of sustainable fashion with myself, Extreme founder Alejandro, Agao, and special guest Franco Loro, Piana, founder of Sease. The fashion industry is the second largest polluter in the world, second to the oil industry. Fashion is part of our daily lives. What we wear can say a lot about our values.
These words like sustainability, eco, are being thrown around very loosely these days. There's really no governing body that makes sure that these garments are sustainable. How is Sease going to gain the trust of their consumers?
I have to say that it's very difficult for us in fashion now to create a common manifesto. There's a standard of communication and of certification. Everybody does whatever they want. There's not a really strong regulation, and this is a pity because if you think about in automotive now, there's one KPI. What is the consumption per mile, CO2 emission per mile, and in fashion you don't have that. So you don't know if this jacket is more CO2 impactful than another one, and so everybody does whatever they want. Sease is a very small company, so you need also to have a big efforts in communicating. For now, I try to communicate my product with the feature that they have, try to educate the consumer and inspire. People also buy things because they like it, and if also they are good because they're made with the
quality and craftsmanship. And I think today we can really see the difference between something that is mass-produced and something that is produced with quality. And I think there's also a really big shift of people appreciating craftsmanship.
No one is ready to pay anything for sustainability. We cannot lie to ourselves. Maybe she does because she took the train from Cagliari to reduce her carbon footprint, but that's not enough. We need to make it economically better to be sustainable. So the clothes needs to be cheap and sustainable. If it's only sustainable, people are going to buy the cheap clothes. So you have to do both. That's my view.
I can give you a more technical answer. I totally agree. Probably you can be sustainable in a different way. Maybe my brand, which is in the higher part, we can be sustainable because we have a very local supply chain. We can have more expensive material that now they don't have economy of scale. On the other side, these big brands that they think about Zara, maybe they are so powerful company that maybe they can change the process. So I think also fast fashion somehow can change the rules. Another most important part is that education, again, takes time. So I think maybe in 10, 20 years time, people will buy less or will buy better. So we need to seeding the kids, a new generation, to become better than what we have been, I think, so far. I just hope.
You said something very right, which is that the consumer is the one that has the final choice. And projects like Extreme, what they do is to continue to raise the awareness. For example, by showing what's happening here in Sardinia with the seagrass on television, by showing our legacy and so on and so on. That's all raising awareness that convinces the final consumer to buy these products. And then you have entrepreneurs like Franco to make it available. But he could not have a company like his if there was not this awareness in the general public. So what we need is to increase that awareness and increase that conscience for the final decision maker by sustainable fashion.
And also it's very important, people want to be part of a community, a set of value, they want to have fun.
I think people are starting to wake up. There were these images of clothing being disposed in Senegal last year. I couldn't believe how many clothes, and they're coming from the Western market, they're just being dumped on the beach in Senegal. So I think people are definitely waking up, but we need these storytellers and we need entrepreneurs and collaborations such as Extreme, LuisaViaRoma and Sease. I wanted to get your thoughts on the fact that 84% of clothing ends up in incinerators because governments don't really regulate this.
So you think the post-consumer?
I think it should be governed. I think.
Yeah, but people now they are working on how to manufacture the garments in a way that also can be recycled.
I think companies maybe should also take responsibility by offering recycling service, bringing more clothes.
Yes, we don't do it because it's very difficult to organize, but this is for sure on the roadmap of our brand. A secondary market is also an interesting idea. You can give the choice to the consumer to get something new and get rid of what they have. But my mission, because we talk about passion, our garments are made for your fashion outdoor, an amazing experience. With that garment, it's a loyal friend that stays with you forever. So it reminds you good memories, and you don't want to get rid of it. And this is my mission, to reduce the consumption. And LuisaViaRoma was the perfect place to show the collab, and they really understood the project and what was behind, and they had to launch it. And so I'm very happy.